One.
Hello, hello. We are back. It's Terra Nullius. Anyway,
I was about to say it barely phases him anymore, but then I was wrong.
it always hurts me every time, but can't get angry at it every time, or else, yeah. Anyway, so we're back with Terra Nullius, and we're gonna see what everybody else is gonna be doing. We've seen a montage. We've seen a bit of the attunement of the magic items to everybody, and then I think what we get is text on the bottom of the screen as we see the sunrise over the ocean, and we see, yeah. I was gonna say bum 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 bum. Um,
Add it, Jordan. Add it to the list.
Somewhere over the ocean.
Yeah. We see a little text come up at the bottom of the screen that says November 19th, 1492. And then what do we see? What are people doing? Like, what's the plan? Or we want to go with go to Raya first, do the descendings?
I was about to say, if we're gonna have another downtime day, then
Right, because I think we're waiting for Captain Mickey, right? That's kind of what we're doing.
Are you waiting for him to get to the base camp? Like the
Right,
first
you
base?
said, you said it would take 2 days, so he should get there sometime today, correct?
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Oh, I thought they were here already. I was like planning on like being messing around with the. Actually, no,
makes
were there
sense.
sailors there?
There are sailors here, but they've just been like
Okay.
setting up palisade and getting ready to go.
okay, yeah, because
Yeah, that makes sense.
if we're not doing anything, then I can blow my 3rd level spells on sending. Because if not, I'm like, I'm gonna keep them for like healing.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can do it. Go ahead and do that.
so you know, time difference, so I can do it early in the morning, and everybody will already be awake.
Yeah.
Is the concept of time difference already established in this game?
Well, it wouldn't matter because then we'd just sleep, and they would happen to already be awake because the sun's been up longer. So it doesn't matter if it's already like technically been established or not. They
'Cause
would
both
be
of the
awake.
times,
The sun's been up longer.
Yeah. Both of the times she's done it, it will be fine. Yeah, they would have been up. So
Okay. So I would have last night after talking to Lord Navarro told Toity that I'm gonna tell him that he's here. But let him know that he's been an invaluable asset to try and protect.
okay.
Yeah, so Toity, I would have gone up to you and said that I sent a message to Lord Navarro and
About what?
that we want an army to help us. I'm trying to expedite the process instead of having a letter sent by ship so we can get back up faster.
Okay.
He asked if you were with me, and I said,
What did you say?
I said, Toity isn't with me now because that wasn't a lie. You weren't with me when I was talking to him.
Okay, good.
And he sent back,
Oh, you're still talking.
is Toity on the expedition with you? I need a clear answer. So I'm not gonna lie to him, but I'm going to let him know that you've been a big help and we would be dead without you.
Let's hope he's okay with that.
I mean, I'm gonna try and do my best, but you kind of hopefully not, but if so, you dug your own grave on this one.
He wasn't supposed to hear it anyway. Saying that he kind of like Troy starts off really like he wasn't supposed to hear it anyway. Just kind of
So,
under his breath.
Yeah, is Toity still wearing like his crown and cape and has his rod and everything?
Yeah, he's probably at this point he probably like takes the crown. He's like
Yeah, sure.
hitting
I'm
himself with
pretty
that.
confident at this point, right? That anything will go his way?
Hard
So-
to be
Yeah, so that's the thing, honestly, Toity. I think like you
Actually,
start
would
to feel anxious, and then like you
I
get
like-
this weird surge of confidence. You're like, no, wait, it's fine.
I'm gonna start hitting myself in the head with the crown, and then I like look at the rod, and I just take a deep
Right.
breath. I'm like, oh, I think I can do this. I can.
Right.
Not taking me out of this quite yet. I was like, okay. Well, tell him what you must. And at that, he's just gonna turn around and walk, not say anymore.
All hail the queen.
to the
So-
king.
Oh no.
Emily.
Not again.
And
You're cutting off again, Emily.
Make her
Oh,
face
look at
so
that.
slow.
You're kind of coming back.
Try saying something now.
okay, I think I'm back now
Yeah, you're
a little bit.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me see. 'Cause I don't know what's doing at this time because Zoom says it's only taking up 15 to 30% of the CPU, and nothing else is open, and it's like 96% total.
It may have just been your internet. Oh, 90% total. That is a lot.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Now it's back to green. Okay. We'll see. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
what are you
send
sending
a
back?
message first to Sabu, and I say, Babs, I love you more than a friend. Please don't endanger yourself by coming here. I want to come home to you safe. Yeah. Talk tomorrow. And then I sent one to Lord Navarro and say, Toity is here and an invaluable asset in the mission. We'd be dead without him. Thanks for the help. Talk more tomorrow.
Okay. So, from Sabu, you get the reply back. Actually, was that the thing? You know what? You know what I want you to do? You're going to make a persuasion check for both of these.
Oh, my life is in your hands. Or actually, no. I will not say that. Toy's gonna go out of this fighting.
Yep.
No, I would like to say that perhaps she should have gained advantage for sending the letter to Sabu.
I was like just about to say that. I'm going to give you inspiration if you don't already have it.
Okay.
Because yeah, that was perfectly subtle character development there.
Let's see.
So,
Okay,
So these are two separate persuasion checks. So you decide which one you
Okay.
want to do first,
Um,
and then you can decide which one you want to use your advantage on. Which one's more important to you?
okay. I'm going to do the one for Lord Navarro first.
Are you going to do this with advantage or not?
Actually, because I don't want Sabu to come here, but also it would be great to see him. So it's kind of like I want to keep him
Right.
safe, but also it's like I'm doing the right thing by telling him not to come.
But if he does decide to come,
But if he
oh
does
well.
decide to come, like darn, now
But
he's
like, since when
here.
does Raya care that much about doing the right thing?
I mean, I care about him being safe.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna do Lord Navarro first, and I'm gonna do that one with advantage using my
Alright.
inspiration.
Okie dokie.
You're welcome, Toity.
Yay,
Roll that
thank
persuasion
Okay, so
check.
it's first persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What is it? I can't see what
15.
it is. Okay.
And
Okay, should I just go ahead and make the next one too?
Yeah, go ahead and make the next one.
Oh, dang.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So here, let me double check Lord Navarro's stats. Why don't I?
Sorry, Toity. Should have done it the other way around, but I didn't. But I used inspiration on you.
Yeah.
I tried. I tried to. Emily tried to do the right thing.
what do you mean you should have done it the other way around?
I should have just said I was doing Sabu's first, and then I could have saved Toity probably for sure with a 22 persuasion.
Oh.
If I would have just said I was doing it the other way around. But I wasn't.
Because I think you definitely convinced Sabu not to come. That's definitely what you do.
I don't know if he knows that he can reply. Would he know from talking to Lord Navarro that he
yeah,
could reply?
I think he knows.
Okay. Oh, because he can reply.
But
to me. I don't know what
you
he's
know
gonna say.
but you know what happens? He doesn't reply.
No! Ah! No! That's the worst.
Mm-hmm. So you
No! I just want a clear answer whether he loves me or
you're
not.
right.
No!
So you just don't get an answer back.
Oh.
Or maybe you get the answer that's the equivalent of K in a text message. Right? Maybe it's just okay.
Wow, which is worse?
Right? It's just whatever the word is in Infernal that just means like
Just
okay.
Okay, babe.
No,
Or
it's
fine,
just K. Like it's like the equivalent of just texting someone the letter K.
Would the K have a period after it?
The K has a period after it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Is it uppercase?
It is uppercase.
Oh!
So Lord Navarro, I think he messages you back.
He better. I don't want to get left on red by two men.
You weren't unread. You were just.
You're
Look, I
kidding.
basically got left on red. It would have been better if I got left on red.
I think this is what he says. He says, "We will see what Toidy's fate will be when I arrive."
Oh, he's coming.
And that is all it
Oh,
says.
Snap. Okay.
I'm a
So
die.
once I get that, I immediately go to find Toity.
So we
Toity,
get
what are
the
you
tense
doing?
cello music underneath this as Raya like leaves her tent.
Are you doing anything, Toity, or
I'm probably overseeing.
prancing?
I'm probably overseeing the sailors who are putting together the whatever they're putting up right now.
The palisade? I mean, I don't know if you know anything about this, but
I don't, but there's nothing else for me
you're
to
just
do.
pretending. Okay. to
I'm
know
just
things.
overseeing it.
Sure.
I wake up
Okay,
around 10, 11 a.m.
It's definitely earlier than that, so.
Guys,
So I'm still asleep.
if Navarro comes and we end up fleeing from him together for Toidy's sake, I'm totally doing a Terra Nullius rendition of Run to the Hills.
That will never happen. I'm never gonna be running for Toity ever.
Okay, so hey Toity, have a little update on the situation.
I want to roll perception to see if I can tell this is bad news coming.
I think you already know. You don't even need to roll. Like, you can definitely see it.
Oh no.
So I spoke to Lord Navarro again. And I told him that you've been an invaluable asset and we'd be dead without you.
Okay. Good to know.
And he said, we'll see about your fate when he gets here.
When he gets here. When he gets here. Oh, okay.
So I guess he's coming with the army.
Oh yeah, it quite sounds like that, and I doubt he'd be coming if he didn't have something to say. And at that I'm gonna kind of look at the rod in my hand, kind of roll it a little bit back and forth, like I think it's time maybe to get some practice with this. Maybe not doing it quite yet though, because I don't know what the day entails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navarro came. He came from Cree.
So I think we cut from there to. So did anyone have another thing they wanted to do before Miggy shows up?
I want to talk to Buck.
Sure. Yeah, got it. Yeah. So you see, you wake up and Buck kind of like stirs as he hears you. He's like kind of like waits at the entrance of the tent for you to like get up.
Yeah, so I think I walk out, I kind of like pet him on the nose or beak,
Yeah.
or, you know, wherever it is, and I'm like, good morning.
He's just like staring at you.
Buck, good morning.
Do you already have Speak with Animals on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think he says, why?
Why what?
And he like cocks his head like.
Oh, you know what? I think Calvitas would have been if he had seen that. I think he would have been trying to kind of
befriend Buck.
Yeah.
Make an animal handling check. In flashback here. Okay, yeah.
Nope.
He
Buck
probably
still only likes me.
he was not about that. He could probably sense that something was wrong with you.
That's right, because he likes Darius.
Exactly. Yeah. So he was
No,
just
he
like,
doesn't. What are you talking about? No,
Buck liked everyone in the party.
No, but every time Darius tried to interact with Buck, it was a low roll like this.
You're right. No, you're right. I remember that now. Yep.
Okay, I didn't
Darius
realize
liked
that.
Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Buck didn't like Darius.
I don't
Which
think
is
Buck really
really
likes any of you. very
jacked
much.
up.
I mean, I tried to get Buck left behind when he was a baby, so it's fine.
That's true.
I totally got you. Well, Darius got you, Buck, and Calvitas still wants his flying mount.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that has implications for the story and the other side story.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I just say, don't give me that attitude. What?
You know.
No, I don't know.
And he like, kind of like groans and then just kind of like turns away and like kind of does one of those like and like kind of slumps and puts his head like over his wings like this.
I'm going through one of these puberty things.
It snaps at you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Ari does not like this tone.
Something is wrong, Ari.
Yeah, it's your attitude.
Something is wrong with everything. With you, Darius, everything.
What? What's wrong with Darius?
You both
What about
feel
me?
you both feel strange. Unnatural.
Animals are always no, man.
Can I roll something?
What would you like to roll?
I
What
don't
would you
know,
like to do?
I would like to see if I like, because right now Ari's just kind of like, oh, he's going through like this dumb purity thing, but after he says that, she's like, no, something's weird.
So,
like,
is this like an insight
some
thing
kind
on
of-
yourself? Or
yeah,
is okay. All right.
kind of.
Or is this
I
like arcana on everything that's going on? Like, do you want to know academics or like emotional stuff?
Emotional?
Okay, so insight. Roll insight.
You have
Oh boy.
you
Wow.
have about as much insight as a teenager going through puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I just go.
Terra Nullius, the puberty episode.
I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me or Darius. There's something wrong with you and how you're acting right now.
No. And then he flies away.
Buck. And I like do like the whistle thing
Yeah.
to like try to get him to
He
come
just
back.
keeps flying.
Is he really trying to annoy Ari right now?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because then he would probably come to me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's what he does. Yeah. He flies over to Raya's tent. Kind of like pokes his head in and squawks at you.
I like say something mean to him in Infernal, so it sounds like a squawk back. Like,
Fine. I just like I like try like one more whistle and then I just like in like anger just like
Kind of storm back into your tent to count your treasure.
yeah, I guess so.
Right?
I mean, that's the thing though. Is I don't know if Ari is quite. I don't know. I mean, we've been joking about how she's just like, oh, a treasure, but I think she's like, she's been in there all night long. I think she storms off to like the forest.
Sure.
or something,
Yeah.
You know.
So maybe what we see is like Ari like looks back at her tent, and like we can see like glitter of some of the treasure in there, and then she kind of like frowns to herself, and then just like storms off into the forest. Yeah. So Buck's just like chilling in front of Raya's tent now. He's just kind of like slumped on the ground, just like like this. Okay, and then I think what we see is the falling star come into shore, or at least like anchor offshore. Then a longboat comes. A couple longboats come in and start like bringing more supplies, and we see Captain Miggy step onto the shore. His boot kind of sinks into the sand, and he makes his way up the sandy incline to the being constructed palisade camp. Who does he see first? Like, Todia, you still out there, kind of like?
Yeah, I'm still out there helping.
Yeah, so I think he probably sees you then.
Whenever I figure out that he's here, I want to go talk to him.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to say, Captain Miggy, good to see ya. And I'm still probably in my crown and cape.
Yeah, do you want to make a persuasion check for me, just to kind of like?
I'd love
your
to make
initial
a
like.
check.
Okay, so he's just kind of like, I think he just gives you a strange look, like, okay, and he says, how does he say this? I assume that your adventuring went well.
I think look at my.
As like Ari's like in the forest, like angrily like
Right.
shooting arrows at trees.
Yeah.
Like, it's going I guess you could say it's going well. It's a bit strange as of late.
Yes, I can see that. Do you fancy yourself some sort of king now? And he's saying this almost like sarcastically, like it's just kind of like a joke, right? Like,
it's been fun to wear. It's obviously not the I pull off the crown like this is just for show, but the rest I feel I can get some use out of.
how so?
I'm like do I even want to tell him?
Right.
I don't know. I want to tell him. I'll just say it makes me feel, as I'm rolling the staff from my hand, I'm like, it makes me feel confident, a bit impervious.
So I'm gonna have Miggy roll insight here.
Can I roll a deception against it
Sure.
possibly?
Yeah, do it. Because you want to kind of just be like, no, we don't need to talk about this.
Okay. Oh no,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
so deceived.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother rolling. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get higher than that. So, he kind of just like nods to himself. He says, "All right, well, you can have your weird fetishes if you want, but
That's just a lot coming for Captain Miggy.
yeah."
No, hold on.
Well, that's fair.
He has been reading a lot of books.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he kind of like dismisses you with like a wave of his hand. He says, "Oh, well, I'll make sure that that everybody gets their supplies in order. I assume you got some more treasure. Those are just your keepsakes."
Yes, we do have, and I'll point him towards the opening. We left it at the opening of the cave, right?
I think you got it here.
Okay.
You brought
I'll
it
just
in.
kind of show him the area where we have all the treasure and stuff set
Yeah.
aside.
Yeah, I think we had a montage last time of like the sailors helping you get the treasure over to base camp. So, yeah, so he kind of just like starts to go over and inspect it, and he turns back to you, Toady, and he says, he's like about to say something else, and then like he just sees you again, and like with the crown and like the staff and stuff, and he just kind of like, all right, and then just kind of like walks away.
What?
And he kind of like does one of those like backhand waves, like whatever. And then Raya, yeah, you get word that he's here. So.
I'll probably just make a face and like as she's leaving.
Okay, so I go out to see him and kind of just go, Captain, you're here. I have two things to talk to you about.
All right. What's the first one? Is this a sort of good news, bad news situation?
No.
All right,
I don't
well,
think so.
Both good news
For
then?
you.
Both fine news. So,
right.
number one, I spoke with Lord Navarro.
Oh, you spoke with Lord Navarro.
It's something I learned. I just
one of
kind of
these-
picked it up.
One of those magical things?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a magic thing. Yeah, this is a magic thing.
So, spoke with him. We're gonna get the army faster since I was able to speak with him instead of waiting for the ship to go get
of course,
there.
yes. Why didn't you tell me that you could do this earlier?
I couldn't do it earlier.
Well, that's sort of dumb. How did that happen?
I don't really know. It happened in between chopping off heads of different kobolds.
So you just gained some sort of random insight because you killed things?
Yeah. I don't really know.
Wait, could you say that this was something like an experience for you?
It was like a spiritual experience where
yes.
I felt like I've grown so much as a person here that the goddess that I follow has blessed me with the knowledge.
Oh, all right. So your goddess,
Like you're working on a different level of existence.
So this is
Right.
alright.
Yeah. So he just kind of like nods, like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I accept it.
So I spoke with Lord Navarro. He's gonna come here and bring an army, or at least a lot of soldiers to help.
Good.
And I guess kind of check out what we've done so far.
Well, we'll have to accelerate our plans then. You'll have to go out as soon as possible and explore the rest of the island. We'll need to make sure we have as much intel as possible on this situation.
Yes. Yeah. So I wanted to give you fair warning. I don't know when he's going to get here, but he said soon.
So soon, as in he is sending ships, or?
I think it's going to be faster than ships. I think they're going to use some sort of magical means, possibly.
Oh no.
We did talk about that sort of situation when we left. I have a device in the falling star that should make a teleportation circle able to happen, but there'll be a cost to it. I don't know the details myself.
I mean, I think that should probably cover it, and I point to all the treasure we.
Yeah, he glances down, and he's been making notes on the treasure when you came up to him. That's what he was doing. He kind of nods. He's like, "No, I suppose you're right."
The laws of equivalent exchange. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg.
Oh no. So I think. So I don't know if you have anything else to say to him, but.
Oh yes, and the second thing. How do you feel about how in the end of the book he doesn't make a choice? He chooses all three of them.
I know, right? I was literally just about to ask you the same question.
It's
I've been
amazing.
dying to know.
They all end up happy. I think it's beautiful.
So,
Isn't it? It's one of those situations that you hope could happen in real life, but probably would never work out. The world that we live in is just not as beautiful as the one in stories.
I mean, sometimes it's nice to just live in a fantasy world for a few hours every week.
It is. It's true. Very true.
So, are you promoting polygamy in this?
Now,
that was beautiful.
Has Darius and Araya had their little forced book club meeting yet?
I don't think so.
No, because Captain Miggy hasn't been here.
Okay. Oh no.
And then I just say, oh, and Darius, I taught him how to read, so he's been reading the book as well.
Wait, back up, Raya. What do you mean you taught him how to read?
He didn't know how to read, so I used the book to show him letters and taught him how.
And we've been on this island for 3 weeks maximum, and you taught him to read in 3 weeks.
I'm an excellent teacher.
Right. So, what are you saying exactly?
We broke Jordan.
He can join the book club.
Make a persuasion check.
Please get a nat one.
Well, doesn't it? I was about to say, because I don't think I'm lying, so that's why I just
No. Yeah, it's just a matter
not
of
deceptive.
persuading him that he it's okay for Darius to join then.
Okay. Persuasion.
Oh no.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he kind of
Captain Mickey doesn't want Darius.
So he kind of does one of those I don't know about that, Raya. I'm not sure Darius, even if he does know how to read now, has the, how should I put this, civilization necessary. That civilization is a fine word.
Scholarship.
Necessary to,
Scholarship.
yeah, to appreciate a piece of literature like this or the other books that I have in my store. I just don't think that would. It would almost be cruel to the man to force him to try to make his way through something so complex, both in language and in story.
I think this alone is enough to make Calvius believe in the Christian God. If he heard about this whole...
Okay, I guess, Captain. I thought better of you, but I guess I was wrong.
I'm sorry, right? Have I offended you, Darius?
Darius is an amazing man, and he's smarter than you think. Did you not understand how fast he picked up reading that fast?
Did he though?
Yes.
Thor dot me.
Right, that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
You can write something down and have him read it.
Listen, Raya, I appreciate all you've done for both his expedition and I'm sure for Darius, but why don't we invite someone else to join the book club? Do you think Ari would want to join?
Look, Captain Miggy, I'm going to have to respectfully take my leave from the book club if this is how it's going to be.
Oh my god.
If you're not allowing Darius in and now you want to invite Ari.
Yeah, he kind of like... He kind of like, I'm sorry too, Raya. I guess that it wasn't meant to be.
I'd return your book to you, but Darius has it right now.
No, that's all right. I've read it several times now, so.
I could tell by the different color pens underlining.
Yeah. I mean, I like to make notes. So.
Well,
so that's how it works.
it was nice while it lasted.
This was fantastic.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna count this treasure. Let me know if there are any updates from Lord Navarro.
Okay, there won't be anything until tomorrow.
All right.
I can only speak to him so many times a day.
Is there any other things that he needs to get in touch with you on? It sounded like the conversation you had with him was pretty straightforward.
I don't know. I'll contact him again, possibly to see if there's any other needs he has. But
of course,
we could only exchange limited amounts.
Right. Well,
I
would prefer it if the group of you would head out again tomorrow. There's still more of the island that just needs to be kind of traversed, and we need to gather as much intel as we can for Lord Navarro before he arrives. It sounds like it will be sooner rather than later. So, if you could get on that, that would be good.
Oh, okay. And then I kind of just like hold out my hand to shake his hand.
Oh.
Because this is an awkward exchange, and I don't know how to.
Yeah. So he has like a pen in one hand and then like a book in the other hand. So he kind of like just like puts the pen in between the book and kind of like reaches out and shakes your hand awkwardly, like.
And then I just kind of like walk away and go practice swinging with my new mace and getting used to the feel of it.
I think after she starts walking away, we catch a scene of Calvinus Darius just kind of walking along, and he has like a pen and a book in his hand, and he's kind of writing and walking at the same time, and he walks right by where like just right inside like in Lord Navarro's sight,
Captain Miggy.
Captain Miggy's sight. Sorry. He walks like right in Captain Miggy's sight, and he's just writing something, just scribbling down really fast in this book and not paying much attention to
Yeah,
what
we
he's
just see like
Why?
Miggy just kind of like stare after him. Huh. He just goes back to.
I think Ari walks up at this point. So like she's like in the forest, like shooting her arrows very angrily, and I think maybe like one of like the soldiers like come and like get her maybe, and she
Sure.
like is like firing arrows, and then like he's like
Um,
Ari,
Ari,
and she's like what, and like points
Yeah.
her arrow like, at him.
Captain Miggy would like to see you.
Oh, is he here already?
Yes, he arrived a little bit more than an hour ago.
All right, thanks. And so she like grabs her arrows from the tree and like shoves them in her quiver. And, like,
Yeah, and as you like walk past the guy, like we just see him just like. Like,
okay, so yeah, she'll go up to Captain Miggy.
all right.
Captain,
Good. I wanted to touch base with you. I would like you and the rest of the what do you call yourselves again? The party? I've never understood that word. Anyway,
I don't know.
I would like the
I
group
didn't
of you
know it.
to head out again tomorrow. There's still much of the interior of the island to be explored, and it sounds like the timetables have been accelerated. I don't know if you were in touch with Raya, but Raya was she used some of her newfound magic. Apparently, she just randomly acquired this ability. I didn't know she had it. She didn't know she had it, and made contact with Lord Navarro. And it sounds like we're going to be using teleportation to get some supplies and men here as quickly as possible. So we will need to accelerate our exploration of the island.
Well, that sounds rather convenient, but okay. So we secured the surrounding area. We actually discovered that there were some creatures like lizard-like.
Yes, I heard something about that.
around. But don't worry, we killed them all. They're fine. It's fine.
All of them?
In fact,
Every
that's actually how we acquired all this treasure.
right, that makes sense.
Well, we killed all of them at
Lizards?
least in their lair. You know, that was nearby.
Yes,
So
yes. I
they
mean,
shouldn't be.
it sounded like there were some patrolling lizard people around here as well, right? You've said something about them. Are these different from the lizard people who were in the fortress?
Yes.
All right, so we have two. Do they look differently?
Just slightly. I mean, you know, I don't know. I didn't get a good look at them necessarily.
I mean, it sounds like you killed quite a lot of them. I imagine you'd get a good look at them.
Too busy killing.
They're different.
Well, I'll have to go see
they're
one of the
different
bodies, I
enough.
guess, then.
They're different enough. So, if you go to the cove, you can find all the. They're all there.
Right.
It's just, and so I think I like pull out my map and like show him. It's just south of here.
Well, it's a good thing you took care of them. It looks like they were just on our borders here.
Yes. So, areas should be secure, but keep up the fortification process.
Of course.
And we will set out tomorrow morning for more exploration.
Sounds good. The question, Ari.
Yes.
So, I was curious if
Stop. No. I feel so betrayed right now. I'm so betrayed.
you happen to be interested in reading it all.
Reading, eh?
Yes. I don't know if you ever
Listen,
partake
I have
in...
I have a basic understanding of reading. I can read basic things. But I read the title of the book, and I don't think I'm quite interested in.
Well, I have other books. I have...
I'm sorry, Captain. Maybe once this exploration is done, we can talk again. but
Of course.
I'm focused mostly on the task at hand.
Right. The task at hand, of course. Well, if seeing as you are not leaving until tomorrow, do you want to maybe just like have dinner tonight?
Oh,
I dig it. That's great.
oh God.
This is like the comedic relief episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite literally what it is. I think. I mean, I think she goes, "Why?"
Well, as seen as you're.
Oh, we lost Emily. Oh, there's.
Here, let me switch this around real quick. Oh no. Let's try that. He says, well, sorry, what was your question?
Why?
Right. Well, I seen as you were the leader of sorts of the expedition, I figured that it's pertinent to get to know one another. We're working very closely, and then he just continues to flounder like that.
Also,
Roll
Caleb, I think I just
persuasion.
messed up your overlays.
It's all right. I fixed it.
Fixed it already.
Okay, cool. Already?
Yep.
Roll persuasion for Ari,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna also roll insight to see if I can see what his intent is here.
Oh.
So what do I gather here?
Yeah, I mean, his intent is he is romantically attracted to you.
So I think because my insight beat that persuasion, I'm gonna say no.
Mhm.
So she's like, okay, so I mean, she doesn't just like flat out say no. She's
Yeah.
like, I think she's very uncomfortable now
Yeah.
that she realizes this.
Mhm.
Sorry. I've got a thing tonight.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize. Maybe some other time then?
Everything every night.
I'll probably be busy then too. And then she walks. I think she walks. So I think she just
Oh,
like
dear.
stands there awkwardly, like looking down, and then like walks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens if Miggy offers her jewels though?
Oh.
Yeah, so you walk away, and he just kind of like is standing there like, and then like we see some of like the sailors who were like working on the palisade like staring at him like,
Oh.
and he's just like, get back to work, man, and then just kind of like walks away awkwardly.
Honestly, like if I didn't roll such good insight, I probably would have said yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's just not Miggy's day today.
no, he lost his book club member and the girl he
It's
was
not
apparently
Riot's day
interested
either.
in.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
true.
no idea. Did you just come up with that?
It's been in the works for a little while.
All right. If he had invited her up for like a drink, I think she probably would have said yes.
Hmm.
But for like a romantic dinner,
Oh my God.
Poor Captain Miggy.
no.
Okay, so anything else you guys want to take care of before you head out tomorrow?
Actually, in fact, I think because of that, I think she tells her party members, I think we should leave today.
Let's leave
Nice.
now, please.
Why?
I mean, we can at least cover like a little bit of ground and then rest at night. You know, like there's really no point in staying here. If Captain Miggy wants us to expedite this trip, you know, we should really get on it.
Oh yeah, Lord Navarro's coming.
Yeah, he told me. Apparently, you learned some trick.
It's not a trick. It's a spell.
You know, spells, tricks, whatever.
Tricks are trickery.
And for kids.
Anyway, that's not my point. I'm saying maybe we should consider leaving today. Just we don't have to go for a full day of expedition. Just like half a day would be good.
I guess I don't have anything else to do here.
Me neither.
Definitely not a dinner tonight or anything like that.
Me neither. Ari looks at the camera.
I like look over to where Captain Miggy is, and I'm just like, ugh.
Okay.
I could use things to take my mind off everything.
Yeah, there's a few things I'd like to get my mind off as well.
So,
Calvitas,
yeah, what's Calvitas up to?
I think Calvitas is just kind of like not paying a whole lot of attention to the conversation, just staring at his mock wheel and just kind of tossing it up in the air a couple times and just admiring it and picking at it. And whenever they call him out, he's like, yeah, that'll work. Whatever. When are we going? Tonight?
Sounds like it.
Good.
So I think it's about like 2 p.m. So you can make some ground.
Ready whenever.
I don't think there's anything else we need to load up on, was there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could do at least half a day's journey, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, where do you want to go?
So just continuing the pattern that we were doing, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Except I think we should probably just like go like all the way down and across. If that makes sense.
Right. So like.
Because we like stopped at a certain point. Like
all the way. So basically, go all the way this way.
Yes.
Sure.
Just go from like. Coast
so we're gonna go inland instead of along the coast, down and up.
Right.
I mean, I'm just gonna follow you because you're gonna range around.
Okay, cool. So, it takes a half an hour to get there, and then at here we go. 3 p.m. You are there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and roll. See if there's a random encounter. Wait, is it on a? It's on a 6 that things happen, right?
You're the DM.
I'm trying to remember.
It's definitely not on a 1.
Yeah, it's on a 6. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. So it is 3 p.m. And then you get there, and it's 4 p.m.
Oh,
and then that's actually a new time for. So nothing happens, and then so you're just going straight across. So you get there. Oh, someone just left. What?
We lost Alyssa.
Oh.
Everyone's having internet issues today.
No internet issues for me, just old computer issues.
Mm-hmm.
Technical issues.
Well, this is the boring part anyway, so.
Yeah.
So what did I say? It's
4:30 where we are right now.
4:30. And then it is 5.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
It's all
Internet
good.
was crapping out on me.
No problem.
What happened while I was gone?
Nothing.
We moved 2 hexes.
Cool.
2 whole hexes.
Wow.
So what is that?
5:30 now.
5:30. Thank you. And then it's
Passed over a mountain.
Yeah, so you kind of traverse some hills here, go back into the jungle, and then it is 7 p.m. when you reach the shore of the other side of the island.
Cool. I think I tell them we can just rest here.
Just rest there at 7?
Yeah.
Now that you are as far as humanly possible in one direction away from the camp.
Well, I mean, because I did tell them, like, we should just go, like, half a day, like, you know, not to wear ourselves.
Sure.
But it's up to them, too, like, if they want to keep going.
How long can we travel before getting exhausted?
8 hours.
8 hours?
So we could still go for a couple more hours. At least an hour or so.
So, you guys, I mostly just wanted to get away from the camp. So,
so maybe there's that time, right, where, like, Ari would normally be the one pushing everybody. But she's like, all right, guys, it's time to make camp. And everybody's like, wait, what? We've only been going for, like...
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of want to keep doing things, so I can just fall asleep from tiredness instead of thinking about everything.
Like, we still have daylight. Why are we stopping here?
I mean, we can keep going. It's just I told you guys half a day, so I mean...
Let's just keep going.
Let's keep
All
going.
right.
Heading back the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it is 7:30.
Would we head back the same way, or we start to... I think maybe we should zigzag, like, down, up and down.
Well,
actually.
we know that the Thunder tribe, whatever, are down here, so we probably want to kind of keep a wide berth.
Oh, right. Is that where we nearly died with the velociraptors?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to go back there when we have more
The army.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, like, we're just gonna go around and, like, get most of it, but we'll probably keep some of the area black because we don't want to get near there.
I really want to go back, but I want to save before we do it.
Okay, so wait, that's...
It's
8.
9 p.m., I think.
9 right now.
Okay, so we have 1 more
2
hours.
Yeah, 2 more hexes.
So you reach there. So you're kind of going through some hills, and you can tell. So you're in a place now where on one side of these hills is jungle, right, to the north, and then to the south you see like grasslands. It's like a valley in between this like hilly crater kind of area. And then I'm gonna make one more random encounter roll. No more random encounter. So you take a rest, I think. And what time are you gonna get up in the morning to head out? You need at least 8 hours, I guess. But
I mean, yeah. So I mean, when sun rises, because it's after 6. So.
So it's 10 right now. So if you got exactly 8 hours of sleep, math.
That would be 6.
Yeah, it'd be 6.
So we can head out at 7. Like, give ourselves like
Sure.
an hour to like
Yeah.
get ready and go.
And then in that hour, I'll send another message to Lord Navarro.
Okay, sure.
I'm writing it out to make sure 25 words. Okay. 2, 3, 4,
Let me roll for another
7,
random
8,
encounter.
9, 10.
No random encounter.
Okay, so I send another message saying, updated Captain Miguel, let me know if you need anything else for your arrival.
I think he just says not anything more than we have discussed, period. Make sure Toity is at camp when I arrive. And then he says, he gives you like a time frame, so I think he's going to get here. So it's November, let's see, 21st now. So he is going to arrive on November 28th. So you have 7 days.
Days till you die.
So he wants Toity to be at camp on the 28th of November.
Before my birthday.
What do you know? I happened to stumble upon a separate plane of existence the day before.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so I don't say anything to the rest of the party. I just get ready.
Sure.
Oh, so you're not even telling Toy? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Well, how do you guarantee that he'll be there on that day? Not tell him.
By not telling me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. $9.
rock around the clock and rock, rock. I don't know that song well enough to sing it.
$10. No random encounter. Sorry, wait, what is that now?
11
11
o'clock.
o'clock? Okay, I'm just making sure you're only moving it when it's the hour. I see. Sounds good. So then we have noon.
5 hours. So 3 more hours of travel.
We have 1 p.m. We have 1:30. 2 p.m. Do. 3 p.m.
And that's it.
Yeah, we gotta rest.
Sure. So you're gonna rest and then head again after you rest. So let's see how many. So it's 3 p.m. So what time are you gonna leave then?
How long do we have to rest to not be exhausted?
8 hours.
Oh.
I
Oh, but you can only
prefer-
take a long rest every 24 hours. So you'd have to end up leaving at the same time, basically.
yeah, so since we're kind of like settled here for the night, I'm gonna send another message to Sabu
Okay.
and just say I'm sorry if I said something wrong. Please just talk to me. And that's all.
Talk to me, baby.
Yeah. So I think he sends back. I can't say all the things I want to say to you in 25 words. Period.
Oh,
Oh no! I don't know if that's good or bad.
Raya's like a little teenager right now. We are going through the teen phase. So.
Oh no!
Toity's scared of the king, like slash death sort of thing.
So Toity, are you still like in your your crown and cape and?
I've probably put the crown away, but that cape's staying, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, now that I know what it does, I'm keeping that thing on.
Mm-hmm.
Calvitas is like a teenage boy who's realizing like he's getting all this crazy, like he's getting crazy strong just because puberty and stuff. He's like experiencing all that youngness and vigor all over again.
Right, sure.
So he's just trying to enjoy being alive and having a body to control himself.
So he's like stuffing his face full of food.
I mean, which isn't much different than Daria.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Caleb, you tell me, how are Buck and I right now?
I think actually, like during the travel, I mean, he's been ignoring you. but I think at some point, I think maybe it's now, like when you're making camp, that he goes over to Toity. And he kind of like stands in front of you, Toity.
What is it?
He squawks at you.
Copperhead languages.
I'll squawk. Ah.
It doesn't work
Wait,
for
does that
animals,
work?
no.
They'll probably just go like, I'm gonna go. Rah! Like, I don't know. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, he just kind of like frowns at you. And then I think he goes over to the, like at first he like looks back at Ari and looks back at you, and he starts to like go in to be like you don't know exactly what. Like he kind of like goes closer to you, and then like where's the rod? Where's your staff? Where's the serpent's glory?
Probably I have it hanging on my side.
Okay, so he goes towards that side at first, but without realizing, and then his nose like touches it, and he like squawks like in terror, and like goes back, and just like he squawks something, and then we get subtitles like just for the audience's sake, and it just says, "Everyone is unnatural," and then just like he flaps into the jungle by himself.
Excuse me, fuck.
I mean, you're literally like an infernal demon person, so
That's still like kind of natural for this world to have demons.
it's true. It is true.
Jeez.
He's just racist.
As it flaps through, I'm like, blasted animal.
Yeah, so
Blasted
he's just
bird?
ignoring you, Ari. He's not coming near you.
I mean, like, I want to try to like speak with animals and like talk with him.
Sure. Okay. So maybe we just see him. He just kind of like perched on like a palm tree branch, like outside of camp. And we see you like walk up and like stand underneath the tree. What do you say?
Buck,
What?
I'm sorry for yelling at you. Can we please talk?
What is there to talk about?
The cat that's crawling in the corner of your room.
Yeah, can I talk to your cat?
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, I want to talk about what happened yesterday. Like, what? Tell me what's going on.
Something is happening to you, Ari. Something is happening to you and Darius and Toity. Maybe Raya is next. I don't know.
What is happening?
I don't like this place.
This place?
It's
This
from here.
I know. Ever
This island-
since I became your companion, I've seen things more clearly, and I don't like it.
What's more clearly?
The way this island is.
I can see clearly now. The magic's on.
Perfect.
No.
The way this island is, Buck, I need you to be more specific with me, Buck. I mean, I understand that you're an animal, but everybody knows what's natural and what's not. So I trust you, but I need to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he says, it's true. I can know what is natural and what is not. And what is happening to everyone, what is happening on this island is not natural.
That worries me.
And I think he says, this is the Isle of Solemn Graves, Ari.
This is the Isle of Solemn Graves?
Yes.
What is that?
I don't know.
She's just like, I think she's like perched up against the tree, like not looking at him, but just like, standing there with like her arms folded. So she's kind of like making faces, like.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, then how do you know the name?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not sure where that came from. As I said, ever since I became your companion, things are strange. Maybe I'm not natural anymore.
I think she like turns up and like looks at him and is like trying to like comfort him and be like, "No, Buck, you're the best thing that's happened to me." Like,
That is not the same thing as natural.
Buck, all I know is that our bond is anything but unnatural.
I don't know if I agree. But I also don't know if I disagree. Everything is confusing.
This is very complex for an animal.
That's partially what worries me.
Mm-hmm.
Buck, will you just come down here? Like, I'm sorry, and I really hate that you're ignoring me.
Make a persuasion or animal handling check.
I thought you were still talking in Buck for a second.
That would be funny.
Buck is telling her to make
Make animal handling or persuasion.
Yeah.
Animal handling because
I figured you're better at that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bang!
Okay. So I think he flies down from the tree. And he comes up next to you. And he says, "Help me understand, Ari."
Understand what?
People. You. Everything.
That could take a very long time.
I have a very long time, I think.
I don't think Ari would roll insight for that. I think she'd just be like, "Yeah, I hope so too. Like, I hope you live a long life with me, and that we're friends for a long time." You know.
I
yeah,
still worry.
I mean,
but I don't think ignoring you is helping. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. And then I like try to like go to like nuzzle him or like pet him.
He lets you. I think it's at first one of those like situations where like you hug someone and they don't quite hug you back yet, and they're just kind of, their arms are kind of limp, but then eventually, he reciprocates. And I think the last thing he says is, just be careful, Ari. Be on the lookout for things that are not natural. It's hard to tell sometimes in this place, but I trust that you can do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that's the end of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we just like lay down like together and like
Just chill.
Yeah.
Just like feed him little like, I don't know what like little sardines, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something.
Bugs. Okay, cool. Anyone else have a thing?
This went from a comic relief episode to a really dark episode.
That's why it has to be the comic relief episode.
Yep.
That's how you use it as a cushion.
Kind of reminds me of the episode of Avatar that we're going to be talking about tonight.
Oh.
It reminds me of a few others too, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does anyone else have anything before the night ends?
I don't think I have anything.
I think during Darius's watch for the night, he kind of wanders off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Like he does.
Actually, one thing real quick. I might ask Ari what's going on with Buck, because I noticed the weirdness too. Obviously he came up to me squawking.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just tell him he said something about everything on this island's like unnatural. Um, I mean, I don't know, but it worries me a little bit. But I mean, he's an animal, like, and he hasn't been around this island a whole lot. But I don't know if he's just talking about things like the orb, or I don't know. We inquired quite a few magical items. I don't know if he just doesn't like magic or what, but
He did touch the magical scepter I found.
I think he just doesn't like magic. I think it's the issue.
Well, he has been around a decent amount of magic killing people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different though. It feels different. I don't know quite how to explain it, but he's been acting very weird lately. But he is also being very vague. I don't know. He mentioned something about like Isles of Graves. Like that's what the name of the island is called, I guess.
What was it called?
The Isle of Graves.
The Isle of Graves.
Is that right, Caleb? Did I say
It's
that
the
right?
Isle of Solemn Graves, but yeah.
Oh, Solemn Graves. Okay, well, she probably would have like forgotten a word.
Right,
in there.
exactly, yeah.
That sounds like Ari.
Given what we've seen so far here, that kind of makes sense. We've been in a few crypts so far.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, we were literally like in a grave cave at one point.
We've been in
grave
two
cave.
so far.
Grave cave.
But I don't understand how he knows that name though.
Neither do I. That's somewhat concerning.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He just kind of shrugs. I mean, I don't know what to do about it.
Well, as long as he doesn't peck our eyes out, I think we're fine.
Buck would never do that. He loves me.
And I think like Buck's next to you, right? And I think he like goes to like as if he's going to peck Toity's eye out.
Wait, can he understand me?
No. I guess yeah, I would have worn off too the speak with animals thing.
Yeah, no, he doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, never mind. That was just me trying to
That would
continue
have
to be
changed.
funny, but
That would have changed.
yeah, that would be a little. Yeah, no, he couldn't understand that.
Whoa.
Yeah, he couldn't understand that. Yeah, you're right.
And then Toity cast Hellish Rebuke.
I don't have that. I'm not a warlock.
No.
I have Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, they get it too?
I have it because I'm
Tiefling.
a tiefling, so I get it as a racial trait.
Which is pretty messed up. That's a nice racial trait to have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So Calvitas, you wander off in the night.
Yeah, so Calvitas kind of wanders off, and he doesn't do any like heavy exploring or anything, but he kind of tries to get a place where he's alone so he can try to harness some sort of magic energy or something to just channel out from him, and he just kind of gets frustrated after a while of trying to harness an energy that he no longer seems to have access to.
Hmm. Sure.
And then eventually just enrages and starts slashing some trees around, and eventually just heads back after some mangling up some of the forest.
Sure. So I think what we see in the next morning when you guys head out, is you guys end up like going through this like patch of jungle, and like it's just this like clearing of trees that's just been like brutally like slashed and hacked up.
Is this an
randomly.
area we have been in already or not?
No.
Can I roll something?
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Would it be perception or like because I want to figure out like what did this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think perception.
Would it be survival?
Or investigation?
I'll roll investigation. Nope.
Yeah, you have no idea. Looks like someone hacked up things or something. It's hard to tell.
Interesting. Wonder what beast caused this.
The camera just cuts to Calvitas.
He just goes, "Dang right, I'm a beast." He says under his breath.
Yeah.
I'm like, Darius, you did this?
He says, "What? No." He said that under his breath, so he kind of said it quietly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay,
But
that's all right.
No, maybe Ari just says, "Whoa, what was that?" And Cody's he's like, "No, nothing. I didn't say anything." Okay.
You mean Darius was like, you said Toity.
Did I?
Yeah, you said Darius and Toity. Darius was like, "What was that?" And then you said Toity's like, "No, nothing."
Wow.
I didn't even catch that. I understood what you're saying.
I wasn't
I don't
paying
know.
attention.
Anyway, so you guys head out. It is 8 p.m. when you reach that.
AM.
Or yeah, 8 a.m. Yep, you're right.
So wait, what day is it right now?
It
It's
is
the 22nd.
the 22nd.
Okay.
5 days.
It's like the
It's the final countdown.
in Majora's Mask, it's like how many hours left at the beginning of each after each long rest when we wake up.
It's 9, 10, or 9:30, and then it is 10 when you reach this interesting little thing above.
Oh no!
Oh,
Some new ecosystem for us to go explore.
After hearing what this name of this place is, I'm worried.
So,
And video messed up again.
oh no.
Is Buck freaking out?
Well, we'll have to see. So, just reordering this real quick. Let me bring you guys. Okay, so, you guys are just traveling along. So this is like a valley, right? Like a plains valley. And you see in the distance, you see some sort of weird like obelisk thing. You see a bunch of like ancient stone pillars, kind of. It's like Stonehenge kind of a thing. You know, kind of in the middle of this valley. And you see it ahead. You see it some distance away from it. Are you gonna go towards it?
Before I start going towards it, I want to take 10 minutes and ritually cast detect magic.
Okay.
I want to use that time to cast comprehend languages as
Can
a
you say
ritual.
Can you say that one more time?
I'm taking.
No, about the place.
Oh.
It's basically like an ancient stone obelisk, some like ancient stone pillars, kind of in a circle. Stonehenge, like in the middle of this like grassland valley that you're like. There's hills surrounding this valley that you're in right now. So.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How would stone cutting work for me? Because it says whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you're considered proficient in history. And
Sure. So you could make that roll. Obviously, Calvitas has never been here,
right.
but you could learn something about it.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I will make a history check, and I guess it says I'm considered proficient, and add double my proficiency bonus.
Ooh.
Interesting.
That's nice.
So I guess do I just check history real quick and
Check
then
history
roll
real
it,
quick,
and then...
roll it, and then we'll add your bonus again.
Okay. So 16.
16. You definitely can tell this is old. This is a very old place.
Can I guess about how old?
You're guessing, in the thousands, like pretty old.
So I think he kind of says, "Wow, older than me." Again, under his breath.
Yeah. Sure.
Is that all I can tell about it?
So you can definitely tell it's really old. You'll have to get closer. I won't make you roll again, but like you'll definitely have to get closer to like figure out more about it.
Yeah, I think as we see it in the distance, I want to like pop up my hood and full stealth.
Sure. Yeah, you want to sneak up? Is anyone? So is this a solo Ari stealth mission or?
I mean, would you be doing this before the 10 minutes are up? For me,
I mean, I could go ahead, like while you guys are casting.
So then I wouldn't be going. If I'm
What are
still
you casting, Raya?
Detect magic. That's a ritual, so it takes 10 minutes.
I mostly just want to go up to see if there are other beings there.
Sure.
I'd like to search for traps.
Okay.
What would that be?
Well, first stealth rolls are in order. So, Ari, go ahead and make that. Obviously, you have advantage because of your hood. Well, maybe it's just hiding. I don't remember.
Well, I'm kind of hiding because I'm like going, like.
Right, so you're kind of like creeping through the tall grass, sort of a thing. Either way, it doesn't matter because you're gonna get that 18 no matter what. But so, Toity, you're stealthing up too. You're stealthing up too, Toity.
You said to roll stealth, so yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, the way stealth works is we're using that 11 then for
but
stealth.
if I'm going like just ahead.
Yeah, you would just want to go ahead. Calvitas, were you following her or?
I thought that we all had to roll stealth because
I thought we were.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Because I would technically still be casting comprehend languages.
I think
Sure.
Darius would. I think Calvitas would be kind of just going in on his own, kind of cautiously walking towards, but not paying much mind to Ari's stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think she would tell you guys like to stay back.
Sure.
I don't think Calvitas would listen.
I mean, that's
I
fine.
think after
I leave.
Yeah, I think after you've gone on, he's kind of goes up on his own.
Sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to get closer, and I want to see if there are any humanoids or things there.
Go ahead and make a perception test as you're kind of getting closer.
Nope.
Yeah, you can't tell. The tall grass around it is tall enough that that it's really difficult to tell whether or not there's anyone around. And some of the pillars and rocks around it kind of look like people. Then you second guess yourself, and you're like, wait, no, that's just a rock. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to tell.
Okay, so then I guess I just go back, and I just tell him I don't know if there's anybody out there or not. The grass is too tall to see.
Well, then there's only one way to find out, and Calvitas just kind of walks past her and walks forward and
like, Darius, no.
Bad dog. Come back. Heal.
I'm like, I like whistle to, well, not whistle. I guess Buck's like right there.
Yeah.
I like look at him and I go for like circle around.
Sure.
And like go around and report back to me.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So, are you still just charging forward, Calvitas, basically?
yeah, he's just kind of walking forward, doing his own thing.
Sure. So,
Trying to be, kind of stealthy a little bit, but not paying too much mind to it.
Sure. I might have made a mistake here.
I'm pretty sure Calvitas did.
No, yeah. I'm gonna put on your dark vision, Toity, because you now have that.
Yay!
Man, I'm the only one without dark vision. Sucks.
What's funny is I took light specifically because I didn't have dark vision, and now I don't really even need it.
Mm-hmm. But Ari still does.
I mean, it's still useful if I end up not without my cape.
So, I think what happens is Buck makes his way back to you around the same time that Calvitas is like stepping up in front of it. And so Buck basically kind of lets you know that he didn't see anyone. It looked pretty empty to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, Buck says it's clear. Let's go forward.
Okay, cool. So I am going to drag you guys to this map now.
Okay, and I'm guessing by now I would be done casting.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I see any glyphs or like that when we walk up? As we walk up to it, do I see any glyphs or writing on the obelisks?
Yeah, I think you do. But you're gonna have to make an investigation check to probably figure out what it says, because even though you could read it probably, if it's in the language that you're hoping it is, it's very, very worn because it's been literally thousands of years since it was inscribed.
Investigation?
Yeah.
It's going to be this +1.
Yeah, it's impossible to tell what it says now. It's too worn away. So everybody can see the map now?
Lots of black.
Let me
Yes.
see if I'm-
Yeah, it's a lot of black.
If I see
I-
a new map,
Where
Top
it
left
all I
hand
can see
corner.
is the top
be
left corner.
black.
I see the whole thing.
Oh, sorry. That's because I forgot. These are old tokens that I copied, so I need to set it so that you can see in 360 degrees.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Now I can, and once I face the right direction,
Yeah.
I can see everything.
Oh, there we go.
I'll edit that for you.
Aha. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, Calvitas, you're the one who kind of is up close there. You
Yeah,
can
I still
see.
can't see anything. I can see nothing.
Oh, you can see nothing now. Okay, here, give me a second. I'm gonna edit the.
I mean, I found myself by kind of moving around, but
You found yourself.
found myself when Darius died. Wait.
He found love in a hopeless place. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
He just finds love in all the wrong places. Same situations, but just different faces.
Are those stairs that I see?
Yes. So there's a little like weird podium thing kind of situated in the back there. And so that that like circular bit is a very large gaping pit that goes down into some darkness that you can't see.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Still can't see anything.
Yeah, I'm doing you.
So it's just a big pit.
Yep.
And there are stairs that go down into the pit?
Nope, there are stairs that kind of lead up to this little like podium that's standing at the top of the pit.
Dude, is there one
There's a bunch of
these
pillars around it.
deals that
Okay.
explains.
Hey, Raya.
There we go.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
Here, put light on this
There
stone.
we go.
Okay. I gave you light.
I take the stone and I throw it and I drop it down
You
the
just
pit.
drop it down the pit?
Yeah.
All right. So we
So,
get.
like, there's this giant pit that just leads down.
Yeah.
I think Calvinas kind of like gets down on his stomach and just yells down at hello, 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 hello.
Awesome. So what we see.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I think what happens
Rocks fall, everyone
is
dies.
we see Calvitas and Ari's faces, and their eyes widen, and we take a break.
Yeah!
Is it a dragon? I'm so excited. Is it a dragon?
I would have been over here for giving.
Because
us light.
dragons are my
Favorite
Favorite
enemy?
enemy?
Really?
Yes.
How often were you expecting to run into dragons?
Often enough that
I
it's
picked
going
it
to help.
before I knew if there were dragons here or not.
Well, that's the thing. Don't worry, Ari. Like I keep every player decision in character creation in mind, so that they don't waste anything. So don't worry.
I'm so excited. We're gonna face a dragon, guys.
I don't think that's a good thing.
Well, we'll see what we face when we return. So stick around. We got more Terra Nullius to come.